You may just believe that you are the way you are just because that's how things have landed for you. It's not. Today we're going to actually get into it and we're going to fully understand what actually happens when we go through certain experiences, how they lead to our beliefs, how they lead to our values, how they lead to our past decisions and our memories as well. So let's get into it, right? So what will tend to happen is an external event will happen over here, okay? So something will happen to you, right? Now what happens is this little gap here is our 5 senses, right? So within here, this little coloured gap, that's our 5 senses. So this external event happens, right? It gets run through our 5 senses, okay? So we hear, see, touch, feel, smell, all of these things, right? We interpret all of this information at an unconscious level, okay? And then what happens is all of this unconscious information, okay? All this unconscious information then gets passed again through another filter. Now these brain filters, they generalize, they distort, and they delete, okay? So these brain filters, they generalize, distort, and delete information that you have received from the external event. So when I go to the gym with one of my clients, when I go meet one of my clients, we'll have the exact same day, but through my experience and the other person's experience, they will view the day and believe things about the day that are totally different to me. Like I'll be deleting some information from that day. They'll do the exact same. So it can look on paper like we've had 2 different days to, if we spoke about our day to somebody else, it would look like, okay, well, what about that bit? We've simply just deleted information, right? Now, the brain filters which generalize, distort, and delete information, okay, they make up our beliefs, our values, our past decisions, our memories. We've got Bob here, right? And in his mind, he has an internal map, right? So the internal map is just simply all of the experiences and everything that's ever happened to somebody is what they hold in their internal map, right? The map is not the territory because we've not experienced everything. Everybody's experienced different things. Okay, so Bob's got an internal map just like me. I've got my beliefs and my outlook of the world. I've got my internal map, how the map looks to me, right? You've got your one as well, how the map looks to you. They're going to be different, right? So the internal map, right? And then down here we've got the state. So your internal map is linked to your state, and your state is linked to your physiology, right? So your state, are you fully confident? Are you relaxed? Are you at peace, right? And that'll obviously link to how you feel in your body too. Like, yeah, when you get excited about something, what happens to your body? For me, I'm like a blooming Duracell bunny. I'm ready to go, yeah? When I know it's gym time, when I know it's sparring time, when I know it's content time, things happen to my body. I get excited. I get like this yellow fuzzy, like this light that comes over me, yeah? Like I want to tense all my muscles and stuff, okay? So, internal map's linked to your state, and then your state and physiology, right? These two are directly linked and influenced, your state and your physiology, and your state, right, creates your behaviors, right? Your actions. And what do your actions and behaviors cause? Your results, right? Now, what will happen is through the unconscious information that we are receiving, okay? So Bob receives unconscious information, right? He then generalizes, distorts, and deletes it. Bob then looks at reality, right? This is reality in here. Bob's then looking at reality at an unconscious level. He's trying to prove his beliefs to be true, right? So for example, an external event's happened where Bob's tried to make money in Scotland, okay, where I'm from. Bob's tried to make money in Scotland, right? It's not went very well for Bob, okay? So the unconscious information with Bob's 5 senses, he's looking around, he's feeling, he's looking at maybe the cheap clothes on his back, or he's not got the things he wants in his cheap car. He's like, well, I can't see any money here, this isn't good, right? The information that he's been given is that he's not made money, right? So Bob's brain filters then generalize that experience, okay, of making money in Scotland. Now Bob generalizes this information and Bob says it's so hard to make money everywhere. Which then means Bob will distort the information and Bob will remove and find evidence to support this belief. So when somebody else speaks to Bob about making money and not Paul, he will find evidence and he will look for evidence on the contrary. Like, no, it's not. I tried to do X, Y, and Z. He will argue for the fact because he believes in his soul, he believes in his heart so deeply that it's hard to make money in Scotland, right? And also the same goes for delete. He will delete any opportunity, even if it's right here, he will go, woo, he'll go right round it because of his belief system. Yeah? And that goes for everybody. We all have such strong beliefs, yeah, that come from these external events that usually happen. The rule of thumb is 0 to 7, but it can be 0 until 77. It doesn't really matter, yeah? One experience can shape somebody's life. If somebody came into my room right now and started stabbing me, I probably wouldn't want to make a YouTube video again, right? So one experience can shape you for the rest of your life. One good experience can also shape you, yeah? And what's funny about the unconscious mind is that doesn't even need to be real. That doesn't even need to be a real experience because the unconscious mind's that illogical, it can't tell the difference between real experiences and imagined experiences. So what I do to help entrepreneurs making 50k upwards is I create these experiences within people's mind and I replace any of the bullshit that's went on with something fantastic, with something loving, with something abundant, yeah? We go back and we give you all the resources that you once needed when you were a child, or maybe that you once needed when you were 77 and something really bad happened to you, okay? That's what I'm doing for people. So, like I was saying, Bob's scanning reality to make his beliefs true. Well, we always do it, yeah? If you believe, for example, have you heard of the red car theory, okay? Somebody will show you a nice car that they're wanting to get. Oh, look at this red Audi I'm looking to get. You're walking down the street, all of a sudden there's 25 of them driving by, okay? That's not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Your mind is unconsciously scanning. Yeah, your mind is unconsciously scanning for these things, okay? It happens all the time. So, this is a state triangle, okay? Now, this is very simple. This is exactly how you go from this state that you're in right now to the state over there that was giving you all the results in your life. And what I want you to do after this video and during is answer these questions and simply go, boom, I'm going to step over here into the state that gets me results. Because we always have a choice. It might not feel like you've got a choice, but with everything, you've always got a choice. The way that you think, you have a choice. The way that you feel, you've got a choice. And the actions that you take, you also have a choice, right? So, let's start with focus, right? I want you to take me back, okay? Allow your unconscious mind to drift back to the time in your life where results just flew to you. There was no friction. You were just like, there was just results slapping you left, right, and centre. Okay, take me back to that time. Now, when you've got that time, yeah, results flowing to you in abundance, you were barely trying, it was just all happening to you, bam, 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 like fucking hell, right? Tell me where your focus was. Where was your focus? Yeah? Was it on the variables? Was it on the outreach? Was it on the content? Was it on your body? Was it on being loving and speaking? Like, tell me, where was your focus? Yeah? Where was your focus? For me, I had a very, very good month in March. My business went from genuinely little, like close to zero, to a fully thriving 5-figure business within a month. It was crazy, okay? Now, that happened because I was genuinely just focused on hitting my variables. As long as I done outreach, as long as I made content, and as long as I focused on my body and bettering my actual skills, like I'm doing just now, I was making money, right? That's all I focused on, was just doing them. I never focused on, oh, I need clients, I need to make money, I need to pay this back, I need to get a job. I wasn't focused on none of that. I was focused on hitting my variables and that was it, okay? So, what were you focused on? Let's do a couple of examples as well. Was it outreach? Was it study? Was it hiring? Was it ads? Like, it could be a number of different things. Same goes for self-talk. Take me back to that time, and I wonder if you can begin to remember what self-talk you were using at that time. Okay, for example, this is easy. I am abundant. Another one I used to say is I'm in state. I don't know if any of you guys get this as well, but when I'm in state, I can feel it. Like, I know with full conviction, I know for a fact I'm in state when I'm in state, right? And that's what makes it so compelling, is like, you know. Like, you know you are doing what you need to be doing. You know that you are in that mode. Yeah, you know you're in that mode, and I think that is very powerful. It's one thing I write in my journal every night. Like, what state did I spend most of the day in? I'm like, aligned, in state. Yeah, I know I'm in state. I know I'm in state where results are going to flow to me. So let me know, what was your self-talk? What were you saying to yourself? And your physiology as well. How did your body feel? Were you relaxed? Were you calm? Were you hyper? Were you at peace? Were you buzzing? Right? What were you? Take a guess what I was. Buzzing, as always, right? Absolutely buzzing, hyper, excited, okay? Certain, confident, of course, yeah? Buzzing, confident, certain. Were you at peace? Now, I've given a couple of examples. Give me as much detail as you can here, right? Give me as much detail as you can. The more detailed you can make this, the easier it is for you to go, oh, I'm going to step into this now. Yeah, this is the state. I'm here. Because like I said, we've got a choice, right? We've got a choice. We can step into this every single day, right? Just step into this state by simply replicating your focus, by replicating the physiology, and by replicating your self-talk. You can step back into this state that got you the results once. What, and you think because it happened then that you can't do it again? False. Absolutely false. Yeah? Replicate this until its light is burnt out. If it gets burnt out, right? Like I've found, like this state for me is just the state that brings me results. Yeah? It just brings me results, like constant, like boom, boom, boom. Now my state that gives me results is going to be different from your state that brings you results. Yeah? And if you're struggling finding a time in your life, right, where everything just came to you. If you live in that state now, right, you are then in the state to then attract results. Simple. You're going to get results when you operate from the state. Now we can tie this all in, right? The results that you're wanting in the future, that's your vision, that's your goals. Your future and your vision is directly connected to your identity and who you want to be, right? Because it's not how, it's never how am I going to get this? Yeah, how am I going to achieve this? Oh my God, look at this big ass mountain and I'm way down here and I'm blooming looking up at it. Oh no, what we're going to do? No, it's never about that because it's about who. Yeah, who. And I'll tell you what I mean just now, yeah? So it's your identity and it is who. Now, what I mean by the who is your state. Because as we all know, it is state first, action second. Yeah? It is state first and action second. Always, 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 right? Two people, yeah, we can have, let's just say we've got the red guy, right? With no arms. And we've got the blue guy with no arms, right? Now, if both of these guys walk through the door, right, that's got a telepathic eye signal system that opens the door for them because they've got no arms and they've got no arms, okay? If these guys walk into the room and use their little eye signal to open the door because they've got no arms, right? So there's the eye signal. The door opens. Mr. Blue Guy goes in and he believes that he's confident and he's the guy, right? So how does he walk in? He walks through like a champ, like a gentleman. He's like, what's happening, babes? What's happening, darling? Nice to meet you, sir. Bada bim, bada boom, right? He's the guy, okay? Mr. Red Guy believes he's a little bit, he's shy. People don't really like him. He uses his telepathy eye system to open the door because he's got no arms again, okay? He walks in and he's a bit, he's got his shoulders down, his chin's down. He's not really wanting to speak to any girls. He's not handshaking any guys, right? Both of these guys use the same telekinesis door system to get through the door and walk through the door. Same people in the room, two different states. Two different states, okay? These guys were in two different states. One person was the guy, one person wasn't the guy. It was all due to the identity, yeah? To the who, the confidence or the shyness. The people love me or the people don't like me, yeah? It's all identity based. So if you know who you need to be to achieve your vision, then you can simply step into it and do that thing again. Because it's all about being before you become, yeah? Simple. Just be before you become. That is the name of this game. And the clearer that you can get this, This is so much easier because it's just simply stepping into it. It's not rocket science. It's so easy. It's genuinely so easy. Yeah. The clearer that you get your vision, the clearer that you get the who. Yeah. So how do I dress? How do I wake up in the morning? What do I do? What are my habits? Who do I spend time with? How do I dress? How do I smell? What do I learn? Yeah. How do I behave when altercations come up? How do I behave when great things happen? Get so clear on it to the point where there's no stone left unturned, so you can go ba-boom. And then guess what you're doing? You're becoming because you're being him. And the name of the game is to be for long enough, bum, 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 until bang, you hit the result. But most people count the score too quick and they start failing somewhere in here. And they're like, it's not working. I need to change my business 50 times. I've only been, I've been in business for 8 years. I've made minimum money. I've not really done much. Well, stop changing your shit and counting the score too quick then. It's simple, yeah? If you stick with the one thing for 5 years, right, and you don't see anything, okay, maybe I can see your time. Maybe it's time to move on, but you don't know. The 6th year, it could blow up. It could go. So if you've tried something for 3 months, for 4 months, for 5 months, and it's not working, just shut up and get your head down, genuinely. I've not got anything else to say to you. Just shut up and put your head down and keep grafting, yeah? Don't count the score too quick in here because you could be one pickaxe mine away for the diamond at the other side of the wall. I'm sure you guys have seen that image, yeah? Miner, mining away, oh, he's done. He's finished mining that bit because there's no diamonds. And one mere mine pick and he beat the diamonds, right? So keep pushing. And that goes for all avenues, yeah? That goes for your next 100k month, 200k month, 300k month, okay? Just keep pushing, keep going, keep trying, keep remaining in state and being for long enough because this has to happen. Now, I'm sure you're aware of Bob Proctor, okay? Bob Proctor, rest his soul. He created a goal. He was 13 months out of what he had guessed he was going to get his goal on, right? So imagine if I set a goal, right? In the next 12 months, I'm going to start making 200k a month, okay? And then it actually happened in 25 months, okay? After 13 months, there would be people that would go, no, got my goal, something needs to change. No, continue on course. You're going to get there. It's a promise. You have to get there, yeah? I know the laws of the universe. I know how the mind operates. This is a promise. You have to get there when you operate like this. It's not up for discussion. It's not a maybe. It's not enough. You have to succeed when you operate like this. So it's up to you. When are you going to step into it? One more thing before we finish up, right? Super powerful. Cause and effect, right? If you watch my older YouTube videos, you know I tried to pull a book from the bookshelf one time and it came smashing down. So I'm not touching the bookshelf, right? But from the Kabbalion, this book right here, right? It talks over the laws of the universe. Now, cause and effect, very, very simple, really, really good. For any cause, there's an effect. If I have this pen, I drop it, it falls, right? If I go to the gym, I get wham. If I don't, I get a bit pludgy. It's simple, okay? So, for every cause, there is an effect. For every effect, there is a cause. Now, you are experiencing the effect of months ago. So you right now, you are experiencing the effect of months ago's work, right? So the work you put in months ago, could be last month, could be 2, 3, 4 months ago, you're experiencing the effect. If you don't like where you are right now, then it's because months ago you weren't doing the work required, right? So what do you need to do? Start right now. Start right now and start creating these causes, right, that are going to give you the effect in a month, 2, 3, 4, that you're going to love, okay? That you desire. The ones that are in the vision, as I was discussing on the last slide, right? So what causes can you do now that give you the effect that you want, right? And the effect is essentially going to be your vision. It's going to be the money coming in, yeah? The results coming in, hiring more people, scaling your business to 6, 7 figures, doing the things that you've always wanted to do, yeah? Enjoying yourself, living life as an actual founder, yeah? Being able to go skiing in the Alps, enjoying a cold plunge in blooming Norway, seeing the North, like actually living life and being able to relax a bit while thriving in business as well, okay? So, what effects do you want? That's obviously everything in your vision. Now, what causes are going to get you there? Yeah? And it's going to be in relation to what your focus was in the original state exercise that we've done, okay? But build out even more. Build out even more of these causes. If you want the effect of having an absolute fantastic body and these big pecs, right? They are pecs, by the way. If you want an amazing body, then what do you got to do? You've got to eat. You've got to eat well. Yeah, you've got to eat well over here. Yeah, if you eat well, the effect is what? You lose weight, you look good, you feel good, and most importantly, actually, you feel good. Yeah, you eat well, you train, okay? If you want your business to scale to 6-7 figures, right, you've got to hire, okay? You've got to hire people, you've got to be on top of marketing, however that may look, ads, content, door-to-door stuff. I don't know what business you have, okay? Could be absolutely anything. Now, too many people are trying to change this. They're trying to change the effect. They're trying to remove their belly. Right, now that looks absolutely ridiculous, but you get my point, right? We've got a pregnant man with some pecs there, okay? Now, too many people are trying to change the effect. They're trying to change the effect. Oh, I've got this happening to me. I've got this happening to me. What can I do? Just simply start focusing on the causes. Look back and go, well, what caused this? What's the cause of this that I'm experiencing right now? Yeah? Because if you're making a lot of money, it's not by luck either. And if you're not making money, that's not by luck either. Yeah? Now, there is the law of rhythm. Yeah? Things come and go, but 9 times out of 10, it's because the cause and effect. Yeah? Cause and effect. It's so simple. If you do the things required, you have to get the effect. You have to. This isn't up for discussion again. You have to. It's a law. It's like the law of gravity. If I drop this pen, the law of gravity doesn't care if I'm a good guy or a bad guy. The pen's going to fall. Yeah? Same like if a baby goes to the edge of a building, God forbid, but the baby's unfortunately going to fall. Yeah? It doesn't care if it's a baby. The laws don't care. They're going to operate whether you're aware of them or not. So the more that you can be aware of these laws, they have to work in your favor. If you do the things required, you have to get the effect. And it's super simple. Now, I hope that was super insightful for you today. Yeah. Any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'd love to connect with everybody as well. Like, please send over LinkedIn's, Instagrams, and let's start connecting. Now, this work will get you the results that you want in your life and business. It will improve the quality of your life. It will improve your confidence. It will improve the results that you're getting, the money that you're making. It will improve the team that is running your business as well. So please do not hesitate to get in contact with myself. The booking link is in the description. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. It would be super appreciated if you could like, subscribe, share the video if you feel like this knowledge could be useful for somebody else. But until the next time, thank you very much. I'll see you soon.